In today's live lesson, we worked on one thing in the golf swing and it completely changed everything. We've got Nick, who's a 9 handicap golfer. Now, Nick swings it very nicely, but he came to us shanking the golf ball, hitting it fat, heavy, just really inconsistent with his irons. And all we did was really worked at one small setup change and one thing in the golf swing, probably what we believe is the most important part of the golf swing for the average golfer. If you struggle with consistency with your irons, ball striking, then stay tuned because this is going to massively help. So first off, what I'd like to do, Nick, actually, so I just want to get you to stand on here, so the middle of your feet are straight over the top of this for me, and take your setup. So middle of the feet, so as if you're going to play a shot for me now. So just in terms of your feet there, where do you feel that the weight is more behind or more in front?
Behind.
Behind, okay. So all I want you to do, and this is really important, this is, Nick's weight is a little too far behind on his heels there. I want you to go all the way to the toes, all the way to the heels, and now find the middle. And this really helps you understand, we want the weight right through the middle of the feet here, right through these laces.
Very different.
Your legs will feel different now, yeah?
Yep.
And all I'm gonna do from here is get you to be here. Create some space. So now the thighs are engaged, we've got a little bit of space between you and the club. This is gonna be one of the biggest factors to actually strike at the golf ball better. How different does that feel?
It feels very different.
Good. So if we can take that sensation to the shot, that's the first play we're going to start.
Perfect.
Okay, let's jump off. Let's get you back in there. Let's hit a few shots with that.
Here we go. To start with, if you are hitting the ball heel or toe, first checkpoint has to be the setup. I think we overlook that. We start looking at the golf swing.
Here.
Make sure you check the setup first. You can see from Nick's it was a little bit out, and it makes sense. If you're a little close to the golf ball, well, you could be heel striking it. So if you're heel striking it, check that setup first.
Let's have a couple of shots without thinking too much. Okay, a little heavy. It's amazing how like you can hit a horrible shot, like you can hit a shank and you think, God, it must be miles away, the swing must be awful. Sometimes it's just as simple as the setup change, like Nick. So just get the weight more forward, Nick, for me. Feel the difference in there, that shift. Perfect, now your legs are on. Okay, good.
I mean, it almost feels like I'm falling forward.
Okay.
And I know I'm not because like I think I'm just kind of used to sitting back on my heels, but it feels like I'm gonna fall forward, but I feel like I'm able to maintain better balance throughout the swing. Okay. Like a lot of times when I swing, I feel like I kind of lose my balance a little bit, but by engaging my legs, like I feel a lot of tension like here, probably most throughout my body, and I just feel like I can stay a little bit more stable through the ball. Also, the ball feels really far away. Far away,
yeah. So the thing is with this as well, if you just watch this here, Nick, if we get weight on the heels, this is why it happens. If I get weight on the heels, I swing back, and then I'm going to want to engage the legs. Now to engage the legs, I want to feel planted. So when we engage the legs, we want to use the whole ground and use the whole feet. So what happens is I do this, I want to engage the legs. To do that, I've got to shift forward now. And as soon as I shift forward, the heel shifts forward as well, and that's when you're going to strike that at the heel. So what you're doing here is now you're just creating a better posture where you don't have any forwards and backwards movement. So then now it's going to be more consistent from the center. Beautiful, there's the best strike so far.
That sounded pure.
That was nice. Let me unscrew the top of this.
First time out the box, Andy?
That's it, yeah. Nice, me and my golf alignment sticks now. So, as we saw actually with you, Nick, there, I'll speak to the audience as well on this one, we saw, and put this on screen, we saw that the arms wanted to disconnect. So I'm going to show you why I think this is happening. I mentioned this off camera earlier. One of the things that you've been doing, Nick, is you've been trying to create lag. You've been trying to sort of get more here, yeah? And what that can cause in the swing, it can also almost cause you to try and sort of get this lag a little too early, even in the backswing. So we can get a little too armsy and trying to get here, but it just disconnects us here. So the arms would move out, club would move in, and then it's going to be so easy to swing over the top. So what we actually want to do is from where these hands are now, we want to keep the hands, if there's a vertical line there, we want to get your arms and body working together. And you're a member of Meandmygolf. As soon as you saw it, you went, okay, I'm disconnected. You knew exactly what 100%. It was. So we want to get everything working more connected on the way back here. So on the way down, we can then get that golf club swinging closer to the plane. So let's do a little bit of work first on that. Okay. So all I want you to do here now is just do me a backswing nice and slow. All the way to the top. Good. Feel the difference in that first move as well there, yeah? And again forward. Okay, let's start again. I love how slow he's doing this as well. It's
good, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not rushing. There you go. Look at that all the way to the top. Perfect. That's good. So no, most people would hit this straight away, but Nick's doing a good job here of just staying underneath. The arms and body are working it together. Love that, all the way to the top. And again, what are you feeling differently there?
I feel like I'm really engaging my shoulder and like maybe my tricep, as opposed to
there you go.
My wrist.
There you
right?
are, yeah.
Like I feel like I almost feel like my arms aren't doing anything. I feel like maybe it's more of my shoulder pushing the club back.
Love this.
Right there.
You often hear about a one piece takeaway or one piece move away, and this is exactly what Nick's doing here. He's getting the sort of bigger muscles to work. So all I want to do to start with, and this is, we'll often do this when we're working at technique, but the important thing is I want Nick's attention now to be on the technique. I don't care what happens to the ball because we want to change. If we get it on the ground, often we're so focused on the ball and hitting a good shot that we lose the attention off the technique. So all I want to do is, I'm teeing it up not to make it easier for you. I'm teeing it up so you can have more attention on the motion and worrying less about the swing.
Perfect.
And this is something you can actually do yourself. If your hands are drifting away and you're getting this disconnected move away, you can just stick an alignment stick in the ground at an angle, maybe put a head cover on there or put it through a range basket, and it actually just gives you that same sensation that you know as soon as you do that, you will hit that basket, or that head cover should I say. So if you can just stay inside, that'd be okay. We'll put a bit of B-roll in there of that drill. It's amazing, Andy, isn't it, how many golfers have issues caused by trying to create lag?
Forget it.
It really is, yeah. We've got other ways around it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got other ways around it.
It's a good thing to have, but it's understanding how you get there. Just by trying to hold it, it doesn't work.
And trying to train it is really hard.
The lag, what you've been trying to do is actually making you worse. Do that exactly what you just did there for me. Hold it there. Where's that face? Want to point?
Right.
There you go. So you talk about your bad shot is a high right. The more you do this, the more you. So we're going to scrap that thought out of your mind. Sometimes, we talked about this earlier, sometimes a golf lesson is knowing what not to think about. So we don't need to think about the lag for Nick. All the way through for me, Nick. Through, a little faster than that last one. Good. Beautiful, right. Okay, let's hit the shot. Very, very nice.
Yeah, really
What
good.
difference on that one? Oh, now, best shot you've hit. Probably the straightest shot you've hit. Straightest shot. But now what we've got is, we've got you swinging closer to plane, but also less of this. We've got less of this, and also less of this. What we want to do for you guys watching and for you is just, I think, help people understand that it's not about hitting positions. You know, the golf swing it's a motion. And what we've got to do is understand how we create and improve maybe a certain part of this motion, but then blend it into a move. And I would say there's probably not been any thought for you past the ball.
Sure.
It's always about how to get to impact. Good rehearsal for me. So again, you know what we're trying to get Nick to do. Nick wants to hit a shot straight away. It's like, no, let's rehearse the motion. Think about what we want to do. Okay.
Yeah, really good.
What do you think of that one?
It's a little mind-blowing that I'm not even thinking about the club face at all.
There you go.
And it's just squaring itself up. Like, you know, that's just, I don't know, that's a very unique feeling that I haven't felt before.
Okay.
And it feels too simple to be, right. You know, it feels too simple to be right.
Let's work on all these wrist angles. And,
there has to be
impact.
something more.
Guys, hope that was useful to you. Let us know in the comments if you've got any questions about your game, and we'll see you next time.